Activists in Venice have launched a series of protests against Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos, who is due to marry his buxom fiancée Lauren Sanchez, always say buxom when you describe her, next week in a lavish multi-million-dollar ceremony that could shut parts of the city down. According to Italian media, almost every luxury hotel has been booked out by the wedding party, as have many of the water taxis. So how do you get to the wedding if you can't take the water taxi? The wedding cost is around $21.5 million. Lauren's ring is worth over $2 million. Getting invited to that wedding means you're on the A list. I guess it would be the AA list, but that designation's already taken. Okay, we get it, Jeff. You've got a lot of money. But seriously? Lauren can only wear that ring if she's surrounded by a bunch of gun-wielding bodyguards. She's already gotten her lips and boobs done for you. Kind of gives her that Stormy Daniels look that I think maybe you were looking for. Bezos, it's not about the money. Bezos' estimated worth is $220.5 billion. According to AI, I looked it up, the $21 million you're spending on this wedding is only 0.0095% of your net worth. If we'd all stick to that formula, we'd be putting the wedding industry out of business. But it's the whole package, kind of gross. Bezos, of course, is the founder of Amazon, which, by the way, I love. I even contributed to Jeff's wedding costs this week, spent $32 on some shirts. Jeff Bezos was not born into a wealthy family. He's a self-made man. Well, kind of. His parents were 17 and 18 years old when he was born. They got married, but it didn't last. His birth father was the late Theodore Jorgensen, an American unicycle hockey player, yeah, and president of the world's first unicycle hockey club. He was also the owner-operator of a bicycle shop. He divorced Jeff's mom when Jeff was 17 months old, and he agreed to forego any future contact with the boy. Bad call. Jeff was raised by his mom, Jacqueline, and stepdad, Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who adopted Jeff at the age of 4 and raised him as his own son. So Jeff wasn't raised as a rich kid, although his parents did do well enough to loan Jeff $245,000 in 1995 to start his online book company. Kind of a crazy idea. They called it Amazon, and that $245,000 is today worth $30 billion. His parents just bought a mansion in Miami for $34 million. The reason I comment on this, and I have been talking about money, is because it calls to mind another chapter in history where the rich and powerful were flaunting their wealth to the point that the citizenry just couldn't take it anymore and rebelled. It is remembered as the French Revolution, and it did not turn out so well for the moneyed class. So really, I'm only thinking of Mr. Bezos and his lovely wife, future wife. When I say tone it down a notch, take a cue from Warren Buffett, who still lives in the same house he purchased in 1958 in Omaha, Nebraska for $31,500. Today it's only worth about $1.3 million, even though Buffett is the world's 5th richest person at $150 billion. Or maybe Jeff's first wife, Mackenzie Scott, would be a role model. She's a co-founder of Amazon. She spends her $39 billion fortune supporting organizations, particularly DEI nonprofits, that work on issues of equity and justice, none of whom will be invited, I'm guessing, to the big wedding in Venice. Those who are invited, Katy Perry and her longtime fiancé, Orlando Bloom, Kim Kardashian, Oprah, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio, showbiz crowd, Mick Jagger. Imagine the embarrassment if you're a Rolling Stone and don't get invited. Keith Richards must be livid.